press conference. Coach Monken will look back, reflect on the spring season, and look ahead to the fall camp. A couple of housekeeping announcements announced today that captains for the 2015 season will be Maggie Akinta and Jeremy Timpf. Also announced last week, Jeremy Timpf is on the Lot Impact Trophy Award watch list as well. Website today, the story on captains also has a leadership council if you're looking for those names. So I'll have Coach Monken open with an opening statement. We'll take questions from those gathered here at Nowak Auditorium. We'll take questions from those on the phone and wrap it up here from Nowak Auditorium. So at this time, it's my pleasure to introduce the head coach of the Black Knights, Jeff Monken.
Thanks for being here today, everybody. We had a productive spring from the standpoint of improvement, and we still have a lot of room for improvement. We got to get a lot better. But I thought our guys did a good job from practice 1 to practice 15, and the installation went in a lot quicker than last spring, as we anticipated it would. Just the pace of practice, the understanding of the expectations for each drill, moving from one drill to the next, the interactions, and I thought the guys did a good job and handled it well. We were able to get a lot of the offensive and defensive schemes in, as well as a lot of the stuff in the special teams. Not completely on either side of the ball, nor in the special teams, but a whole lot more than we got in a year ago. And I think it helped our guys develop, come along faster, and gave us an opportunity to really evaluate and find out about each one of the guys individually a lot sooner in spring ball. And that was helpful to us. We had some guys make some position changes, and we had some guys that haven't played a whole lot that found themselves in roles where they were the number one guy for a lot of the spring. So it was interesting to see how that all played out, to watch those guys respond to the opportunities that they had. We'll transition now into the off-season program, lifting and running, and our preparation for the semester end exams, as well as their military training, and then our guys will return in the summer for workouts and the preparation for preseason camp. So it seems like a long way off, but I know it's right around the corner, and I'm anxious to get started and to get the complete team here with the new freshmen that we've recruited and the guys from our prep school that'll join us and begin the preparation from the opening game in August.
Go ahead, Joe.
Hey, Coach, last year, obviously, for spring ball, everything was new. All the people you saw were new. Now you had a chance to see some people that you knew were coming back, and maybe some people that you thought we could move in. Do you look at spring ball as a way to get the rough outline of a team, or do you just look at spring ball as a way to get your players back in shape?
They're in shape. They work out all winter long.
Oh, football shape then.
Yeah. And you'd be surprised how well they can transition. The strength staff and the job that they do from when the last game ends, and the workouts that they put those guys through, the running as well as the lifting, because it's not just pushing weights around. We've got a beautiful indoor facility, the Foley Center, that our strength and conditioning staff takes full advantage of in the off season, and those guys do a lot of running and a lot of football movements in the workouts that they do. So I think they come back ready to go, and don't find that's an issue where maybe years ago it might have been, not having had the ability to be able to go inside and work out. So I think the guys came back in shape. They were prepared. Spring ball to me is more for getting an evaluation of where we are as a football team, with a lot of new faces. When all of those seniors that have played so much walk out of the room, it's a different football team, and we're certainly a different football team now than we were in the fall. And we had an opportunity to see a lot of guys that hadn't played a lot be in a position where the responsibility was on their shoulders. And it's interesting to watch that, to see those guys develop and see how they handle that opportunity and kind of being in the I guess the pressure cooker. So we had some guys do some good things.
Well, can anyone win a job in spring ball?
Oh, I think we come out of spring certainly with a clear cut depth chart. If we were gonna have to play a game right now, we'd have, based on spring, we would know who the starters would be, but that certainly can change in the fall. And I think at quarterback, not having AJ out there and being injured, it'll be interesting to see when he comes back how he handles the injury, and if it gives him any problems, and not having had any reps at quarterback from December until August, how that's affected him. And I think those other guys did a good job and really improved over the course of the spring. So I think we'll have an interesting battle on our hands. I think there are several positions that there will be some freshmen that will make significant contributions to the team in those areas. I don't know exactly who they're going to be, which guys are going to be the ones that will step up, but just our lack of depth, I think, is an indication that we're going to have to count on some young guys. So we'll try to bring those guys along as quickly as we can and see which ones kind of pop out of the group as guys that can help us, whether it be an offense or defensive position or in special teams. And so I'll be anxious to see those guys move into those spots and be able to evaluate them as well.